Yo, welcome back, guys. And if you did not see yesterday's video, you're probably like, where are you standing? So I ended up building this yesterday, and my plan today was to completely finish it off because, oh my gosh, did it take a long time to build everything. But I did get a comment yesterday, and it said that I should make a beach village in the water, which I did not know you could do. So I think I'm going to go head over to the beach. I do already have a beach house, but now I'm going to make a village out in the ocean. So I need to get a couple materials, head over to the beach, and look for an area to build the village. And what I think I'm either going to do is one, make like a boat, like a really big like yacht, kind of like a cruise ship that I could use in the ocean. Or maybe if any of you guys have played the game Raft, they have rafts that are just floating around in the ocean. So I might do that as well. I think that one is probably going to be easier to build. So I might end up doing that one and then later on maybe add a cruise ship. But if you guys want to see my journey in Lego Fortnite every single day, whether it's completing this build or going and building a completely new village, doing something really cool, make sure you go down below and subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and like the video. I upload every single day. My beach house is over this way, so I should be able to just fly over there and then walk out into the ocean and start building. But honestly, I'm not too sure how I'm supposed to make this thing float. I don't know what I have to do. I don't know, maybe I have to connect it to the bottom. I mean, I'm just gonna head over there and we'll see what I can do when we get over there. But so there we go, we have made it to my beach house, and guys, this place looks so cool. I really like the way it turned out, but I do need to quickly repair my grappler, and then we will head out into the ocean and see what we are able to find. And I'm also super curious how everything is out here, because I'm sure you can set up a village to obviously have villagers come by, but if they do come, where do they come from, right? Because there's no boats. They're not coming in by boat or anything like that. I wonder if villagers do appear out there, or if they just, they don't even show up at your village because it's just too far from anything. But we'll end up seeing on whether or not we get any villagers. So here we go. I've officially made it to the last island over here, and I think it is time to just start walking out there. So I'm just gonna start making my way out here, and I honestly have no idea on whether or not this is the best way to do it. So what I am going to test really quick is if I'm even going to be able to build out here. Okay, so yeah, you can place it all the way down here, but to place it way over here, you can't actually place anything. It says object too far away. So we'll have to end up seeing how everything goes way out in the middle of the ocean. I might just have to have a little walkway just like this all the way out there. I'm not too sure. We're gonna have to fully wait and see what happens, but I'm just gonna build a good ways out, and I'm just gonna keep going. Last time I was out this far is when I went to the edge of the world, which I do have a video up on that if you guys want to see that, but unfortunately, I did not make it back. So we ended up making it a decent ways out. I think this is as far as I'm going to go out, just because if I do need to go back to island, which obviously I will need to at some point, whether it is to come out here and just hang out, or it's me going back once I'm done building, I do need to get back to the island. So I don't want to be too far, or else I won't be able to get back, and then I have the whole problem of drowning in the ocean again, and it's a big deal. You do not want that to happen. But the next thing I need to do is start laying out a foundation and figure out how to make this thing float, because honestly I have no idea, unless I might have an idea. Unless we use these, if I use the dynamic foundations, I wonder if they float in the water. Okay, I'm gonna test that really quick, because if they do, then we're gonna literally have a moving village. But I need to go get some flexwood, which should just be up here with this cactus if I remember correctly. I haven't gotten flexwood in forever. If we're able to use the dynamic foundations, I think this is actually going to turn out super cool. And of course I do not have my axe on me. Okay, well, I gotta go all the way back to my village, and then I'll see you guys when I get all the way back here. So I am finally making my way back with the flexwood, and of course I got my axe to get the flexwood. But now we can actually test whether or not my theory with these dynamic foundations is going to allow us to float. So here we go. I'm just going to place one down, and I guess we can place it down like that, and I guess just kind of push it on. Does it float? It does. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is how I'm going to end up building it. If I had to guess, that's my theory right now. So I'm going to quickly break this, and now we can start placing all of these dynamic foundations. We're also going to be connecting them to one another just like this. I guess we can just end up pushing this into the lake just like that, and now we are literally on a floating island. Okay, this looks crazy, but this is going to be awesome. Okay, so I'm going to make it a little 4x4 area just like this, and obviously this is not not going to be the biggest, you know, base ever, but for right now, I think this is going to be plenty of room. The first thing I'm going to end up adding are these floors. I feel like the floors are what you're going to need to add first, just because then once you build the floors, you're going to be able to snap everything onto the floors. I just heard a breaking noise. Did something break? I mean, it looks like everything's there, so we should be fine. I'm just going to keep building. You know, worst comes to worst, we get stranded at sea, and then, you know, we never see the light of day ever again. And I just heard it break again, but I am staying positive. I feel like this is going to work great. So let me just make sure that, yeah, okay, nothing has broken so far. So the next thing we need to do, what the heck is happening? I feel like that's not supposed to be happening. Oh, okay. Okay, maybe it's not the best idea to build out here, but you know what? We're gonna go for it. We're gonna see what ends up happening, and like, you know, we're testing our luck here. This probably is not the best thing we can do, but you know what? Now we have a little area what I can stand on, I guess. Okay, this is really confusing. I don't think this is supposed to be happening. So, you know what? I've been spending the last few minutes trying to figure this out and the best way to do this, and what I think is gonna end up happening is the more I add onto this foundation right here, the lower I'm gonna go. So I think I need to come up with a new game plan on how to end up building this ocean base. The comment did not mention all this. I thought it was going to be very easy to just, you know, go out here and build a village, but I think I got to do some like engineering to figure out how I can get a normal foundation all the way out in the middle of the ocean. The best thing I could guess that I'm going to be able to do is obviously if there's like a rock close by, like over there wouldn't be too bad, but I don't want to be super close to that rock. But I think I'm going to have to connect a foundation from the rock all the way out to the sea and just kind of run it under the water. But if you guys made it this far in this video and you're seeing this part right now, comment down below a rainbow and I will give every single person that does a hearted comment, as well as go subscribe and turn on notifications. So I'm gonna go explore and hopefully I'm able to find an area that is perfect. So here we go. I am placing all of these floors in the very bottom of the ocean as far as I can go. I'm gonna bring these all the way into the middle out there. I should just be able to bring it up and start placing a foundation and make my raft from there. If I'm not able to make a foundation off of it, I'm gonna be very confused. This is my last idea, so if this does not work, I'm gonna be completely lost. I'm gonna have no idea how to do this. So there we go. We have our little pillar coming up. The next thing I should be able to do is place this foundation right here, and then I should be able to just build it up like that high. And there we go. And with this should allow us to build any foundation and it won't sink, so that will be very nice. But I am going to place down just a few foundations all the way around. So there we go. We have our foundation down and everything is working so far. Nothing has fallen yet, which, you know, is perfect. We are already farther than we got in last time, but I will be doing the same thing. I want to add a floor as the first thing I do, and then I will add the fence all the way around the raft as well, just, you know, so I don't fall in. I do not want to fall in the ocean or else I literally just spawn back out 0-0, so I definitely do not want to do that. So I'm going to quickly place all these down. So the floor is down and now we can start adding the fences. So I'm going to be adding these fences right here. These I think will look the best just because, you know, they kind of look like a raft, right? If you were to use scrap wood, you would be using this stuff right here. So I'm going to add these all the way along the outside just like this, and I feel like this will give it the perfect effect. I already like the way it looks, so yeah, I really like this. And now that we know how to build in the ocean, I honestly might be building a boat as well. I could definitely add a really big boat right in this area right there, which would be really cool. But obviously first we need to focus on the task at hand, which is building this raft right here. I will also have to add some areas where I can fly off and redeploy my glider so I'm able to make it back to the shore over here. But other than that, this thing should be pretty good. So I need to get a good amount of wood, and then I will be able to start building the rest of it and make it a fully functional raft. I don't know if I'm going to make it a village just because I already have my shore village over by my beach house, and I don't think I'm going to get anything new if I make a village out here. So I've made it back to my village, and I think the first thing I'm going to make is a little watchtower right in this corner. Don't have an idea of how I want to make this entire place yet, but I'm sure I will make it look pretty good. So I think I'm just going to do something just like this. I don't want it to be too big. I don't want it to be too big, but I also don't want it to be too small. I will also need to add some supports down at the bottom. So I think something like this maybe. So I'm going to add something like that, and okay, yeah, that's literally perfect. The perfect size. I'm just gonna add these all the way around just like this, and that makes it so, you know, it's not floating. It just looks a little bit better. But I will also add some railing, and then we should be good on our little watchtower up here. And there we go. Our little watchtower is done. So if we want to, we can come up here. Oh my gosh, don't fall in the ocean. if I end up drowning in here, I'm gonna be rather upset. So I need to be careful, but we can come up here and we can enjoy the view. We can look at all of our surrounding areas, and we can just take in that we are literally in the middle of the ocean. The next thing we need to add is another little area where obviously we sleep, right? You need an area where you sleep. So what I'm going to do first is come in here and try and find a good looking door. I think something like this will probably do, but I don't know how I want to place my room yet. I'm probably gonna do it like right, I think I'll do it like right there. I think that will work perfectly fine. And now we can start adding some walls. I don't want the walls to be too big. I think I just want to make it a little tiny room, and maybe something like this will look better. So let me destroy this, and I'm gonna try something else. So using this panel interior door, it's very, very thin walls, but I think it's gonna give us the best look that we are going for. So I can place it just like this, and now we can just box this in, and we should be good. And there we go. We got our little room right here. I will just need to add a roof very, very quickly, but I think that will be literally perfect. I really like the way this turned out. I will need to get this perfectly centered, so let me do that really quick. And there we go. Our room is fully complete. The next thing we will need to add is obviously a bed. We cannot have a room without a bed. So here we go. We will use this bed right here. I really like this one, so I'm just going to place it right in the center, just like that. And we can also add some candles. I think I will use these wall candles, and we'll put them just up on the door, just like this. And oh my gosh, this is going to look so good. Our room is fully complete, and now we can go on to build our next item. So we have a room, we have a little watchtower, and the next thing I think we will add is a little diving board. Obviously, every raft needs a diving board that goes into the ocean itself. I'm gonna put it right in between both of these buildings, right in this area right here. So what I'm going to grab is some stairs. If I could use something like this log lookout, that would literally be perfect. So what I'm going to grab is these stairs, grab this guy right here, and we can make it overhang this just like that. And with this already up here, now we can add some floors, and the floors are just going to act as a way for the diving board to be bigger. But you know what, you jump right here, and now you can go straight into the ocean. And oh my gosh, that is so cool. I think this place is coming together pretty well. So we got a diving board, we got our bedroom, and then we have a little lookout as well, which I mean could also act like a diving board. You can jump in it if you would like, but we need to end up adding a few more items. I think what I'm going to want to add is a kitchen as well as a bathroom. I need to add both of those because we can't go without both of those items. So I'm gonna quickly add both of those. I'm gonna be adding the kitchen first, and I don't know what walls I want to use. I could use very similar walls to what I use for the bedroom. I think what I'm gonna do is use these walls just like this, but I'm gonna just place them on each side and then leave it open and add a roof so we're out of the rain and whatnot. So I'm gonna quickly do that. I think that's gonna look best because a raft is supposed to be kind of open, right? It's not supposed to be super confined or anything like that. So I think this will be best. So I'm going to quickly add all of this stuff, and then we will see how it ends up looking. So I added these two areas right here, which should allow us to make a kitchen and a bathroom. So first I'm going to add this kitchen area right here. So we added the table, and then we can even add like a countertop over here, just like that. And then what else do we need? And we can also end up adding some chairs around the table, just like this, so we are able to eat, obviously. And then another cool thing that I thought of is you could place this just like this, and then you can place some chairs as well, and it's like you're eating and looking over the view of the ocean, which would be really, really cool. So I'm going to place these just like that. And there we go. I think our little eating area is fully complete. Now all we have to do is come over here, and we should be able to start adding all of the bathrooms and everything. I do need to get some marble. Before I go back and start grabbing all of the marble, I will just finish up this area right here where I can place all of these walls down and just get ready for when I do have all of the materials. So I'm going to fully enclose this just like this. But there we go. We added the entire bathroom. So this area right here is going to be the bathroom. I can add a sink and whatever else I need to add in here, but first I will need to go and grab marble. Something I will also need to end up doing is this right here. I need to add a way where I can get back to shore very easily, and I don't know if this is going to be enough because I am coming a little close on wood, so I don't think this is enough, so I will have to make it higher. But what I plan on doing is adding an area right here as well as on the shoreline, so I can get out here and go back very easily. So I mean, I guess we can test it, see what happens. means I'm only going to be able to make it a very, very little ways. So I need to like double, if not triple, how tall that is. But you guys get the idea of how I want to do it. So I'm going to quickly go back to my village and get all of the materials to finish up the build. So I've gathered all of my materials, which means I can start building up right here, and it should be just in line. Yeah, the raft is right over there, so it should be perfectly in line to get over there. Honestly, I'm not too sure how tall I have to make this thing, but I definitely want to make sure I am able to get there, because I do not want to fall in the ocean and have to, you know, re-get all my materials, re-get everything. So I definitely want to make sure I'm high enough. Which, I mean, if you were to ask me, I think this is probably tall enough. I don't know. I mean, might as well keep going higher just in case. Rather have too much air than like not enough, right? So I mean, I'll keep going, but I feel like this is definitely tall enough at this point. I'll just go until I'm at 150 wood, and then I will, you know, I'll send it. I'll just go down. We'll see what happens. But if I had to guess, it's definitely gonna, yeah, this is definitely gonna be tall enough. So I just have one more. There we go. And you know what? Here we go. I'm gonna just fly over. It does seem like we have enough air, which is perfect. And now we will just have to do that back as well. But I also ended up grabbing a ton of marble so I can make the bathroom, and I can make a couple other decorations that I was looking at. So here we go. I need to come in here, and then we can start adding all of this stuff. So I'm just gonna add this sink over right by the door, so we'll make it like right there. I feel like that's pretty good. And then we can just add the toilet in the corner, and then we can also add a bathtub over here as well, just like that. And with all of that stuff down, it should be everything. I will add a couple pieces of light in here. I'll add one right there, and then we will add a few on the wall as well, just so it's a little bit brighter. But just like that, the bathroom is complete. The next thing we need to end up doing is heading over into my bedroom, and we can start adding all of this stuff on the walls just like this. I also ended up grabbing enough for a painting, so here we go. We can add a painting on the wall just like that. The next thing we will need to do is grab a mop and all of this stuff. So there we go. We have a little area for our mop and everything like that, and then we can add a little barrel right next to it. I feel like that looks pretty good. And then we could also just end up looking around, seeing if we find anything we like. I put some plates and bowls on the ground, and then I put a little cutting board as well. And guys, I think that is nearly everything. Since we are not making this a village, I do need to add a map marker. And with that added, I should be able to leave this area and still have it marked on the map. So the last thing we are going to do is make a stairway that goes up, so we are able to go all the way back to our island. So that is going to be the end of this episode. We ended up making a ocean village, which is crazy. I did not know you could build out there. It was a little bit of a challenge, but I did not know you could build out there. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I upload Lego Fortnite every single day, so if you want to watch me every single day, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and also turn on those notification bells. And yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. See you guys.